suitable for general family viewing.
Hello there and welcome to Beyond the Limit. I am Muthoni Maina. Now today we are here at the Radisson Blu Nairobi Arboretum. Yes, I know I'm dressed in blue, but it was a bit of a coincidence. I had no idea that it will come to be this way, but it's great to be here. I'm joined by an amazing staff member today, and he'll get to tell us, more about this place and about his whole experience being a person with disability. Hello there.
Okay.
Yeah, karibu sana. So do a brief introduction for the sake of our viewer back at home.
Okay. So my names are Manuel Mangala, and I'm a bail person, stroke porter at the Radisson Blu Hotel and Residence Nairobi Arboretum.
Yeah. So great. So how did your condition come to be?
My condition, I find myself the way I am right now after a Grizzly Road accident in 2019.
Mm-hmm. Where did it occur?
Along the highway to past Naivasha, coming to Nairobi.
Mm-hmm. So what happened, in that whole event for you to get there?
Okay, just a brief of the whole event.
Yeah.
It was a head-on collision between a truck and the pickup I was driving, but it's so much but led to me being taken to Naivasha District Hospital. Then my company took me from there to Kijabe District Hospital.
So before they took you from the scene of the accident, how was the whole transition for you, or had you already, blacked out in the process?
Yeah, it was horrific. I couldn't tell the events until when I gained my conscious later on in around 48 hours in Kijabe Hospital now.
Mm-hmm. That's when you woke up?
Yeah, now feeling pain in my right hand.
Mm-hmm. So what led to them saying that now we have to amputate the hand?
Okay, the hand was actually amputated at the scene of the accident. Yeah, so in the hospital it was just going to the theater to do some reconstructions and stitching.
So by the time you woke up, you had
Yes.
no hand completely?
Yes, it wasn't there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So how did you, take that in at the time? Did you get to contact your parents, your spouse, anyone in the middle?
Okay, at that time I wasn't even in a position to speak, but I could whisper a different voice telling people to, check my right hand. Was feeling pain, but not knowing that my hand wasn't even there. So they told me this happened, you're now in hospital. So I was in shock, right? Trying to recollect the events.
Yeah. So when you finally recollected everything and you had, maybe your spouse, your relatives come to checking on you, how did they get to take in that information, or rather to see you in that state?
Okay, everybody was shocked. Some people were in tears, trying to say, by looking at my age and having a family, it was in a dark position, like my future was now in a dim position. Yeah.
So you underwent trauma?
Yes, I did, because trying to accept the situation that I was in, it was not very easy. Yeah, like trying to figure out how I was going to take care of my family. Yeah, it gave me a lot of, it was in a stressful situation.
Mm-hmm. So for how long did you have to ponder in trauma and maybe depression?
It was about a year plus, 1 year plus, because for 8 months I was in and out of hospital for the physiotherapy and all that.
Yeah.
And then in the 8 months there was a redundancy notice. I also lost my job too. So
in the 8 months?
Yeah, in 8 months now. After the final scan of telling me that now you're okay, there was a redundancy notice. So I also lost my job. So I had to hide this from my family. So and I just kept it like everything was fine, but I wasn't.
For how long did you have to hide the fact that you lost your job?
That was in around 2 years. Around 2 years.
2 years.
A year plus.
A year
around
plus.
A year and 8 months.
So they thought that bado kule bado wamekuweka, and still that is not the same thing.
Yes,
So
but
did
I was
they-
trying to do other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did they ever get to find out at any single point that you had actually lost your job but hukuambia?
Yes, I told them later on. After now getting the opportunity, scholarship opportunity to go to the training, I now told my family.
So did you ever like reach out to your boss and be like, manze niko sawa, nimepona, I can come back to work? So why the immediate, relief of effects?
At that moment when we were given the notice, I spoke to them, face to face. We had a meeting with them, but they told me they had no choice. It was what they had to do now, so there was no other way around.
And how did that make you feel?
It broke me down like completely.
So at that time, bado ulikuwa labda umetenga some finances on the side,
Yes,
yeah?
I had some savings, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So with those savings, which are the side hustles that you ventured into to still support your family?
I like doing farming, but back at home.
Yeah.
But I also ventured in car dealership. Yeah, at the time it peaked. I could get some commission, but sometimes you cannot just entirely rely on it because it's a commission-based job, and you don't know whether you're going to get it or not.
Yeah.
So you're selling something that's not yours, just like brokerage. Yeah.
So how was it for you? Umetoka hapa, tena umeingia hapa, unajitafutia, you're still trying to hide information from your family, but at the end of the day, you were getting something. How was it for you? How was it, dealing with customers as well when they got to see you?
It was very hard sometimes, customers trying to understand me, because I could usually, I still drive.
Yeah.
I have never stopped driving. So when we meet, they are like, doubt, but when I deliver the best product, they believe me. Yeah. And at the back of my mind, I was still, thinking like that I can still be a driver, So it was just still in myself, like even the connection I had, my former colleagues, I was still speaking to them, like, their job. But
so there are no colleagues or friends that you lost along the way. They were all supportive of you at the time. Ama kuna watu lijaribu kupigia pakula wakusaidie and they just couldn't answer your calls.
So many friends have changed, especially on the part of, they cannot believe that I can still drive. And maybe if they need my assistance or I need their assistance, they still not believe, so they cut off their communication on the last minute, so I have to sort out myself.
So what was your inspiration or your drive for you to actually tell yourself that tomorrow will be a better day for me, tomorrow I will make it and I'll be at a better place, even though my friends leave me behind, my boss cut me off?
Okay, the inspiration was the class I went in was a special class at the Moi University. So we were from different disability background. It's just disability group. So they were visually impaired, deaf, all that. So it opened my eyes about disability. So I learned a lot. I had to learn sign language, try to communicate with them. So it gave me the inspiration that even there were some of those who I were within school, they were in worse situation than me. So I had to think about myself that even though I'm the way I am, but I'm in a better position than someone in a worse situation than me. So it gave me the strength to push on. Yeah.
And so with that, how long did you, stay in those classes for you to even learn sign language at that point?
Okay, we stayed in the classes for around 3 months, and then from there we came here from then all of us were dispersed to different institutions for
Yeah.
internship. Yeah.
So how did you, undertake it with, now you are a person with disability. What was your new take in life?
Okay, in the beginning, I used to be very bitter, and I was always, and something small would make me, very angry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because trying to understand, it's like I felt people are not understanding who I am. Yeah, but with the time, I gained the conscience and just the strength to be who I am, to accept the situation that I am.
Yeah. So did you, at a point get to feel like maybe your spouse didn't even get to understand you?
Yes, even now, sometimes there
Yeah.
are things have changed. Yeah, there are things that I may not agree, like I want this, even the way my wardrobe is have to be changed because my wardrobe has to be accessible, you understand?
Yeah.
Because I cannot get it with one hand, so
Yeah.
I have to, everything has changed. Yeah, so sometimes they may not understand, but for me, I don't take it in a bitter way, but I just try to understand.
So how did she get to deal with the whole transition?
Okay, what gave
Yeah.
her the strength was I accepted myself very early. Yeah, I did not give her the hard time of like even taking the medicine. It wasn't hard for her. I could even go for exercises on my own. So it wasn't very hard on her side. Yeah, although in the process of her taking care of me, she lost her job too. So
She lost her job
it
as
was
well.
double tragedy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So with her losing her job, and you as well, you lost your job as well along the line. So did that get, to trigger the factors that you had to hide the fact that you're still at work, that
Yeah.
everything is okay?
Yes, I had. But okay, she could tell something wasn't right because I was either in Nairobi, I was in a country, always traveling, doing something that is not even there, you see. Yeah, trying to be busy, maybe doing something, yeah.
And did she maybe at some point get to ask for help from other people and the situation was just different?
Okay, she did, but for the family, she supported me during that process. Yeah.
But out
She did
here,
her
when,
best.
when some guys get to land on some tragedies, their wives get to live them. But your spouse got to stick with you through thick and thin. So what's your advice to some of those couples who are like, no, a tragedy has happened, I can't stay here anymore?
Okay, what I can tell those persons is that when something happens, if you take it positively, it will give you a positive outcome.
Yeah.
If you take it negatively, I want to walk out of this marriage or do something like this, all the negative will follow you wherever you are. So it will depend on whatever you're carrying inside of you. Yeah.
Great. Guys, now it's time to take a very short break. We'll be right back with more on this story. Do keep it right here.
You are watching TV47, the home of untold stories.
Get amazing entertainment for everyone with DSTV Family. Like sensational European football, local and international series served up fresh.
That tastes nice.
Yum.
Tantalizing telenovelas,
That's fair.
zany cartoons for the kids. And now, the slamming WWE channel. So upgrade or stay connected to DSTV Family and surround your family with awesomeness.
Feels like a warm hug.
Sonadol Extra imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli kupambana haraka na maumivu ya kichwa, mwili na hata meno. Sonadol Extra, hakika maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
Septemba hii tunapiga operation moja kali ya kufichua siri. Tunaanza na Jafari ambaye siri zake zinakuja kumkosti mwishowe. Ana naye anajificha juu ya action zake zinazomletea shida. Shughuli ni za chini ya maji katika Hula Baloo. Na tuna uncover kinachoendelea katika wa Perfect Wedding kama kawa. Kisha tunachambua issues zinazotu affect kama Wakenya. Kamilisha operation Fichua Siri kwenye Maisha Magic East pekee, channel 158 kwenye DSTV, channel 4 kwenye GoTV.
You are watching TV47, the home of untold stories.
Welcome back to Beyond the Limit. Now, before we took a very short break, Manuel was just telling us that his spouse got, to lose her job along the line when she was taking care of him, and he also lost his job as well when the hospital got to tell him that, hey, you're okay now, you can go back to work. So, Manuel, when you were now applying for jobs and you got to land for a position here at the Radisson Blu Nairobi Arboretum, how many jobs did you actually have to apply for you to get here?
Okay, basically the jobs that I was applying before I came here were mostly in the driving, like in the transport sector. But coming here was somebody gave me a call that there was a training in hospitality. So I came all the way from up country to Nairobi, and we went for the interviews. I qualified. Yeah, there was a selection of 60 students, and then from 30, and then to 15.
Yeah.
But I made it.
Wow.
Even coming here, I was top 3. Among the top 3.
Great.
We came here, the 3 of us.
Yeah. So how was the whole, process from one interview to the other? Was it seamless? Did you get to feel at a point that there was a bit of like a sympathy point because of your condition?
Not really.
Yeah.
It was just depending on your qualifications and how you can do it.
So with you, getting that call and you were told, now you can come, you have qualified. How did that make you feel? And did you have to leave your other side hustles?
Yes, I had to. Okay, we were given a small stipend at them during the time of training, but after the training we came here to Radisson Blu Hotel and Residences in Nairobi Arboretum as trainees.
Yeah.
And then after the internship here, okay, at the back of my mind I knew, who's going to hire me anyway. So I know after the training, that's it, I'll go back to whatever I was doing.
So why did you have that specific mentality that labda tu itaenda tu sitapata kazi?
I thought about it because I had no idea about hospitality. I had never worked in hospitality before, so that's why I was worried. Yeah.
So how was it, for you along the line, and then they told you, now come report to this day and this will be your designation?
I was happy at the same time. I was confused, like, where am I going to start? How am I going to do this?
Yeah.
Like, why is this coming at the time when I've lost my hand? How?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, okay, the organization gave me the best environment. They, not like in a special way, but it was just the same like any other person, not like a disabled person, no. Yeah, they gave me the same environment that to prove myself that yes, I can do it. Yeah.
So when you deal with a couple of clients or customers here and there, do they give you some sympathetic looks, or do they at time even some are bold enough to even ask you, will you be able to do this for me?
Okay, I get a variety of reactions from the guests every time. There are those who appreciate what I do. There are those who get inspired. Like there are those who know, like they don't feel like I have to do it. They give me that sympathy, Yeah, that we should be working here. But the organization gave me the opportunity. All I wanted is the opportunity, and I proved that I can do it. Yes.
So what are some of the statements that some people can get to throw at you, and maybe kwako uko like, you shouldn't have told me that because I am in this condition?
Sometimes people tell me that, no, let me just do it, or can I get somebody else to do it for me, you see. But I was given the job to do it. You can't go again looking for another person when I'm there. So
So with that whole experience, do you feel, as Kenyans, that we have come to fully accept persons with disabilities, or are we at a point where we are still struggling with acceptance?
I can say that at the moment we are still very low, and I would wish that all organizations can embrace the spirit like Radisson has done, to accept anybody depending on how are they able to do it, not looking on the disability side. Yes. Yeah, you can find organizations encouraging people with disability to apply for jobs, but at the end of the day, you find after the application, they will not invite the people with disability to apply at the same job.
Yeah. So are there any of your friends, who are persons with disability that have called you so many a times and they're like, hey, sikuweza kupata job?
Okay, there are those who we were in the same class. Some haven't managed. Okay, we all managed to get the internships, but there are those who haven't managed to get jobs. But the organization that was sponsoring us are still taking care of them, trying to look for other opportunities out there.
And what is your message of hope to them, when they're at their lowest and they really want a job, but they're like, it's just one internship after the other?
I always tell them that to believe in themselves and just to pray for that opportunity. Once you get the opportunity, prove that you can do it, and everything will fall in part.
Yeah. Let me take you back a little bit. So when you got to land on this job, did you go back to your spouse and tell her, by the way, nilikuwa nimepoteza job, but nilikuwa na hustle zangu, I did this and this, but finally sasa I actually now have another job sasa. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
And she was happy. Even my son was also happy. She could see me, leaving the house and coming back later on. She knew, he knew, at least daddy has a job. Yeah, because he was heartbroken. When I was in hospital, I was hiding it. But at the day of discharge, she came with her mom.
Yeah.
So we hid everything that had happened. But during that time when people were calling my wife to tell her what happened, he was listening to her. So he already knew that I got an accident. So he confronted me. You lied to me that you are in a safari, but you got an accident. So I told him everything.
So how did that make you feel as a parent?
Okay, it gave me the strength that I have no otherwise but to take care of my family.
Yeah. So did you at a point wish that you just came out to him earlier and not hide?
Yes, I felt something like that. But he's still very young, and he's always very close to me.
Yeah. He's a young and a very sharp young man.
Yeah.
So with that happening, did it take a toll on his studies, or how was everything on his side?
Okay, at the moment he's okay. He has picked up after I got a job here. He's doing fine.
And there are some of those parental meetings that get to happen in schools. So has he ever gotten some of those, statements from students that, hey, your dad is different?
Yes, they do. But for him, he's used to.
So how did he get used to that situation? Did you guys have to have a sit down with him, or what actually happened for him to accept and, to just be brave out there when people throw out some statements and he'll be like, yeah, that's my dad?
Yes, I just spoke to him and told him, this happened, it will never change. So it is a permanent thing. There's nothing we can do it, but I'm okay. Daddy is okay, at least he's still doing everything he used to do. He's going to work.
Yeah.
So the moment he heard that I was going to work, he was okay with it.
So with that being out there, is it important for parents to teach, their children on how to have those ethics, when dealing with persons with disability? Is it important for parents to culture their kids in that manner, that they have to be inclusive of everyone despite, their condition?
Yes, in fact, I feel like if our curriculum can include a lesson on disability just to enlighten the students on all types of disabilities and how to take care of, to handle them, it will be very fine. Because like for me, ever since I grew up until I got my accident, is when I discovered all the different disabilities that we have. From the physical, mental. Yeah.
So do you also
I
wish...
had no any idea.
Yeah, so you also wish that on your side it should have started at a very young age for you to understand everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So at this point you get to say even for school curriculums they are not fully inclusive.
They are not fully inclusive, yeah.
Also, rather, what is your, experience so far being a parent, being, a teacher as well to your child, bringing him up in this condition that you're in?
Okay, for me, I feel okay because at least my son knows that we have this kind of disability, something can happen, and this is the way to how you can deal with this situation if somebody finds himself either with a disability or in a situation that may compromise his normal life.
Yeah. So do you, at times wish that things would go back to how they were and you'd be back to how you were, or have you fully embraced yourself?
At the moment, no, because I embrace the state that I am in right now, because it has opened other doors that couldn't have opened if I were in the previous situation.
Yeah.
Although in a painful way, but yes.
So what are some of the challenges that you get to face here and there?
The challenges I face, maybe in transport area, like in the public transport.
Yeah.
I prefer, sitting in the front, in front and in the middle, like having queues, long queues in public places like banking halls.
Yeah.
Although we have banks that embrace persons with disabilities.
And what's your advice to someone who got involved in a tragic accident and it has rendered them to become a person with disability, and they are at a point where they haven't fully accepted themselves?
What I would tell them is that accept your current situation and start afresh. Like for me, I've left everything I've been doing for the last 9.5 years. In fact, I was studying mass communication. I wanted to be a journalist.
Wow.
Yeah. Then, I dropped out of college. Then I got a job as a driver. But all that is gone. So right now I can say it's now 1 year. Okay, working here at Radisson Blu. But for me, it's now 1 year of doing new things. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to hold on the past that is gone, that's something that's no longer helping you.
Amazing. Such encouraging words there from Manuel, saying that you have to forget the past and accept what is in as of now, because, well, you never know, you get to embrace new opportunities out there. So thank you so much, Manuel, for your time. That's all that we had for you here on Beyond the Limit with me, Muthoni Maina. Till next Saturday, sayonara.